I can tell that you tried, but you like failed. You did not successfully make a product as good as the one you were trying to imitate. Cold. So my boyfriend got these gluten-free gourmet queer noodle soups. Where'd you get them?
I got them at Eureka Natural Foods yesterday.
So it says gluten-free, vegan on the front, and non-GMO.
Yeah, it was. I had such a hassle buying those because they wouldn't ring up, and then the cashier sent an employee out to go price check them. The employee couldn't find them. He came back and said he couldn't find them. And then I was like, once again, I was like, do you want me to show him where it's at? Because the first time, I forgot to mention, I was like, do you want me to show him where it's at? And the cashier was like, no, it's okay, it's okay. And then and then the second time, I'm like,
the water's boiling.
All right, sorry, let me go show him where it's at. And she's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, no, really, I guess he can't find them. And so I had to show him where I found them in the store. And there were some that were $2.19 and some of them that were $2.29. And they couldn't figure out which ones were which, and the price tags were all switched and stuff, and so they figured out.
Sounds like it was a hassle.
Yeah.
I'm cutting off your story because I don't want the phone to run out of recording time.
Sorry.
Sorry for cutting off your story. It says, right next to gluten-free and vegan, products of China.
What?
But that's not the worst. On the back, underneath the ingredients, it says manufactured in a facility that also processes milk, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, wheat, shellfish, and fish products. Okay, so I don't know if the word vegan is regulated. Like, I don't know if they could legally call something vegan when they manufacture it on the same equipment as fish or eggs, but I know they can't legally call something gluten-free if it's manufactured on the same equipment as wheat. So if they have a warning that says manufactured in a facility that also processes wheat, they can't call it gluten-free.
Yes.
They've got to manufacture it in a gluten-free facility. It's got to be certified gluten-free. This term gluten-free is a legally defined term in America. So I'm not sure if I should eat this. I eat things all the time that are manufactured in facilities that also process wheat, and I don't have bad reactions to them, but I've actually had my worst allergic reactions to things that claim to be gluten-free. So I'll try this, but if I start to have a reaction to it, I'm probably not going to eat it. I'm going to eat one of the Asian instant soups I ordered on Amazon instead. I don't want to have the same problem I had yesterday when I tried the coffee on camera and it made me feel sicker, and I still feel sicker.
Let me see.
It was like the difference of feeling like you had like a slight cold or you were getting over a cold to having a full-blown cold after one sip of that coffee, and it hasn't gone away. I'm still horribly sick. Eugene has just like slight runny nose, slightly itchy eyes. My boyfriend's got kind of a moderate cold, and I have a severe cold. So bad that I might go to the hospital.
Oh, Dada.
You did what?
I had a phone, Mama.
He's got a sword.
Yeah. What did they do?
What video game is this?
This is Rayman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Rayman. Let's go, Rayman.
Save the little Jinjos. Package is much different than mine, not so decorative. It's like the same kind of stuff, but I'm going to attempt to open it.
I couldn't. How about scissors?
Man, they seal this stuff. Scissors,
The water's boiling.
knife, or something.
Cut it open with scissors right now, please.
I finally did just rip it open fine.
He was looking for scissors and couldn't find them.
But they give you one cube here of
Freeze-dried vegetables
very
and stuff?
smelly. Yeah, it's very strong smelling. I'm going to take the hot water that halfway evaporated.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to need to boil more water for my soup.
That's my boyfriend's soup. He's going to share it with Eugene. It's got corn, which I'm allergic to. And I'm going to eat this soup. or at least try to eat it. I'm probably going to take one bite of it and decide not to eat it. I am now going to try this soup on camera. I'm going to stir it up, mix the vegetables with the noodles, and take a bite. It's very hot still. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to cool down. Alright, the soup is very spicy, not nearly salty enough, and while the noodles seem to be basically perfectly cooked, the vegetables seem to be about 50% rehydrated. They're really, really tough. It said it was made with freeze-dried vegetables, but they seem to be only 50% rehydrated. I'm struggling to chew that piece of spinach or whatever it was. It's going crunch, crunch, crunch when I try to chew it up. The onions are doing the same thing. Listen to that. I think those vegetables should be soft, not crunchy. Especially with how soft the noodles are. I don't like it. I think it's pretty terrible. Maybe a little bit of fish sauce will make it better. I'm going to add a little bit of fish sauce to see if that improves the taste at all. The other thing I would like to mention is that the noodles absorbed almost all of the water. So instead of being a noodle soup in a broth, it's kind of just cooked noodles with a little bit of water at the bottom. Or a little bit of broth, I guess. A broth that tastes very strongly of black pepper. It's not very good. Not nearly as good as the Asian instant noodle soups that I get on Amazon or at Asian markets. This is like horrible, basically, compared to the instant clear noodle soups that I get in Asian markets. Not nearly as bad as the Thai kitchen, but definitely not nearly as good as the similar soups that are sold at Japanese markets that also have a similar looking package of freeze-dried vegetables. And not nearly as good as the ones that I get that I think are made in Thailand and they're sold in like Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam and stuff. Made with these same noodles. I think they were trying to mimic the Japanese ones because they come in a similar dish and they have a similar packet of freeze-dried vegetables, but they didn't put nearly enough salt into it. And they maybe should have chopped up the vegetables into smaller pieces or told you to put them into the boiling water before the noodles or something. I don't think I can take another bite of this. See, I'm like burping and hiccuping and stuff. I think I'm having a reaction to the amount of like black pepper. And this also has MSG in it, even though they say they don't have MSG. This yeast extract is just a natural form of MSG. See, that is in there twice, yeast extract. This actually has a worse MSG aftertaste than the Asian noodle soups I get from Asian markets that actually have monosodium glutamate on the ingredients list. Basically, they just put MSG in it under another name to trick you and make you think it doesn't have MSG in it, but it probably has as much or more as the ones that actually say MSG. Alright, I'm going to stop eating this right now. And I'd like to explain why. It's not the flavor, it's the texture. I can't stand the feeling of the slimy noodles going down my throat mixed with the sharp pieces of vegetables. This is so unpleasant to eat. I've got to stop. It's making me feel like I'm like gagging and choking. I don't know if it's the bits of vegetables caught in my throat or something in the seasoning or the fact it's made in a factory with wheat, but I am done eating this. I can't take another bite. Thank you for giving me a horrible eating experience. And by the way, one more thing, it is not hot. It says hot. This is not hot. This is like mild or medium spicy. Yet again, in comparison to the soups I get at Asian markets, this is really, really not hot. Like, you people should go to an Asian grocery store, buy some instant noodle soups that are meant to be sold in Asia, and try them out. And try to make your soups taste as good as those. Because this just doesn't cut it. I can tell that you tried, but you, like, failed. You did not successfully make a product as good as the one you were trying to imitate. It's horrible, tastes like a cheap knockoff. I will not ever be buying it again, and I will probably ask for my money back from the store I got it from. Anyway, tell me whether you like this soup or don't like this soup in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.